Alright guys, we're back for another video, and in this one we're taking a look at this really incredible flea market find that I had recently. So just to kind of, before we jump into that, I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead. I started watching the series when it came out. Got really hooked on it, I think like a lot of people did, and then throughout college I ended up discovering the comics, which is what the show was based off of, and fell in love with those. And I think I'm even a bigger fan of those than of the show. With the show, I think it had, its ups and downs, but ultimately, kind of carried on and followed through watching the rest of the series. So it's always been something that, I really enjoy. I enjoy that universe. But recently, I was at the San Jose Flea Market in San Jose, California, and I was kind of just like looking around, always kind of keeping an eye out for something that, collectibles or like nerdy things that I like. And I saw a stand that had like a few Funkos, nothing really that jumped out to me. And then I did notice like this box with like figurines in it. At first I didn't really think much of it, and then as I got closer I was like, oh, is that Walking Dead? So I kind of started just like, grabbing a few in hand, and I'm like, oh, these are cool, like I've never seen these. Didn't really think much of it, I just was kind of like peeking through at them, and I think even some of the first ones that I grabbed were like some of these like zombie walker ones. So I didn't really know what I was looking at first, until of course I saw the big hat and then the sheriff's hat, and I was like, wait, is this, Walking Dead? And even then I was like, okay, these are cool, but I hadn't ever heard of these. I guess these are the Funko mystery minis. But I'm going through them and I start realizing like, okay, maybe I'll take a few, like I'll grab a few of my favorite characters. And as I start like, pulling them out, I'm like, okay, well, if I take this character, then I'll need this character. And the the longer that I stood there, I start realizing I think I need to take a good amount of these. So they were selling them for $2 each, which I thought was okay-ish. I decided to take 10 to start, and I ended up pulling like Rick. I had Carl for sure. I wanted a Daryl and Michonne. Like, you have all of these here, right? Glenn, you need Maggie. So as I'm going through like justifying which ones I'm going to take, I ended up landing on like 10, 12-ish, and I take off. And as I'm, going through the rest of the aisles, like I just can't stop thinking about all of these incredible little minis that are there. And I end up turning back and getting a pretty good deal. I ended up paying another $20 to grab the remainder of what they had. There's over 40 figures here alone. So I ended up getting them for about $1 each in the end. So, I mean, you have all these characters. Some of them are doubles. Like, there's quite a few Michonnes. But even then, they have variants. They have, like, the bloody and then the clean one, right? They have Morgan. I got like a few doubles of him, a few doubles of Rick, which is always fine. He's the main character. But you also get Rick without the hat. And that goes really well with the Carl, because then Carl's wearing it, right? But you even get like Lori, which, is a huge character at the start of the series. Guys like Dale. Got a few doubles of Tyrese here, and one with the bloody, one without. But he has his iconic weapon, right? The hammer. They even had bikes for Daryl. If you know Daryl, how big this goes with him, right? Hand in hand. And even Daryl, like speaking of him, ended up getting so many different variants of him. You got him with like a coat on, brandishing that knife in hand. You got him with his, of course, iconic vest with like the shorter hair and the crossbow. think I just had it here somewhere where he has like a bandana covering. Yeah, the face. This might have been from like the prison arc. They're trying not to get like contaminated. Spoilers. Sorry about that, guys. You've got Carol. You've got Eugene, Beth, Rosita, Abraham. Got another Daryl here. I mean, so many. I mean, you got Noah. Got Ben. Or Bob, sorry. Like, so many iconic characters. And all for less than $1. So, of course, you know, I was happy that I picked this up. It looks great on my shelf. I've got it displayed next to my compendiums here. Of course, with the Funko Rick, which I also ended up getting. I think yeah, see, it even still has the tag on it. I got this at Goodwill. But so many iconic like walkers as well. You've got the wolves. This one's got like maggots coming out of the head. A one-eyed walker. This one looks like the golf club threw in. One that's on fire. One that's charred. One that's like just probably been in the water in the swamp. And then you've got a few other walkers of some iconic characters here. You've got Michonne's walkers, which if you've read the comics or watched the show, you know a lot more about that. And then we have Herschel as well. So, some really cool characters here. Some of you know who this is, right? Carol's daughter, Sophia. So yeah, completely blown away by like this find. Even just going through them again, like I'm nerding out just at how nice these are, and I'm surprised I hadn't come across them sooner. I'm kind of sad that I hadn't, but I also am glad that I found them all in one bundle. You know, as fun as like blind bags or like mystery bags are, you always end up getting a lot of doubles, and they're a lot pricier. I think originally these were like $5 to $6 each, so the fact that I got them for about $1 a piece is a steal. But yeah, really blown away by this find. So let me know in the comments, are you a fan of The Walking Dead? And if so, who's your favorite character? What are some of your favorite storylines? I'd be happy to hear back from you guys. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.